You've spotted a good job that you want to apply for, and it actually matches your skill set. So how do you write a top CV? Let's look at a structure of a top CV. Just make it simple. The first part, your name and contact details. The next part is your career objective. Then you can add another part for key skills and competencies. The next part, you can look at your academic background. The other part is your work experience, and finally, the reference part. So the first part, the name and the contact details. Make sure you indicate your full names. Actually, this part, you should bold your name, center it, so at least it can attract attention. The other part, make sure you put your PO box, your telephone number, your recent contact details. If you've been working abroad or you've been working probably in another country with different contact details, if you're in Kenya, make sure you update such contact details. Another touchy part is the email aspect. So make sure your email is as professional as possible. Avoid any nicknames. For example, mtumzito@gmail.com. Avoid such names. If your name is abc@kamau, just write your full names, abckamau@gmail.com. So the career objective is another aspect of the CV. So make sure the career objective it's in correct grammatical order. Punctuations are properly done. Just don't go and copy paste anything from the internet and put it on your CV. Make sure the objective matches what you're looking for in a job and what you really admire in the company that you're applying for. Again, make sure there are no spelling mistakes in your career objective. This is the first part of your CV the employer will look at. It's not an SMS, so avoid a RU, an R and a U, avoid the XA. This is your CV. Try to be as much as professional as you can. The next part of the CV is key skills and competencies. So if the job requires you to have certain key skills and competencies, make sure this job actually matches the key skills. So what am I talking about when I'm saying key skills and competencies? For example, if you're an accountant, you'll have to write, let's say, QuickBooks. That's a key skill that is required in the job. If you can work in a team, if you can be able to work with minimal supervision. So when an employer is looking at your CV, they'll be able to look at your key skills and competencies, and it's easier for them to match you with the right job and actually with the right team. The next part is the academic background. So when you're indicating some of the institutions that you've actually studied, probably you can start from high school going all the way to the university. Avoid the nursery school or the primary school. What really matters is from high school to the university or the college. So for the university, for the institutions, make sure you indicate the name, the course you did, and actually the grade that you got. Other things that you can add in this part is the certifications that you'll get. For example, if you're an accountant, you can add the CPA qualifications. There's some procurement qualifications you can also put, and there's also some people who are doing IT, they also have some specialized certifications that they do, because some jobs require you to have this certification, so it's very, very important for you to put. Another thing I've noticed in the CVs, especially in the academic background, especially for entry-level people who have just cleared campus, don't put your units you did in campus on your CV. Once you put a certain course, we all understand as HR practitioners the kind of units that you did. So this one is not required. The next part is the work experience. Please note, if you don't have any work experience, make sure you include your attachments, internships, or volunteer experience. Employers want to know what you've been doing for the past 1 year while you're looking for a job. If you have experience, just put at least the last 3 jobs. Don't overdo it. If you've been working for 10 years, for example, just put the last 3 jobs. If the other jobs also probably are required in the job, just put them as a summary. The last aspect of the CV is references. Some people might not put the references. They might put maybe upon request. But employers want to know the kind of person you are. So sometimes they can put up a job and they quickly do the whole recruitment process, and they want to do a background check. So make sure you indicate your references. Avoid your relatives, avoid your friends, avoid your high school teachers. Just put people you've interacted with, like your lecturers, your mentors, where you did your internships or attachments. A CV generally is the first impression you give an employer. So a CV will not generally give you the job, but it will give you a meeting, an interview, or a phone call with a potential employer. Just make sure your CV is in good format, is in a visible font, and in proper English. If you need your CV to be formatted or edited, you can always get in touch. Alternate doors. Our contacts are here, and make sure you subscribe to this video. The next video, we're going to tackle how to present a cover letter.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.